What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mikey Polis. Today I have a vlog that I get a handful of messages through all of my social channels, whether it's Instagram, my website, even Facebook. I get a lot of questions on supplies and equipment and my setup I use for filming. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you my favorite camera equipment, the camera equipment I have, the stuff I use to film all my videos, whether I'm on the paddleboard with my GoPros, I got the drone in the air, I'll show you that. Show you my big camera. It's on the tripod right now, but I have all this. I have my gimbal, my tripods, my computer. I'll show you everything I use from starting the video and filming to all the way uploading the content and then editing and the software I use for editing. The first thing I'm going to start with in my full setup is my GoPros. So obviously I do a lot of water-based content, whether I'm diving, doing treasure hunting, magnet fishing, regular fishing, paddleboarding, jet skiing, etc. You need a nice waterproof camera, and I just kind of go with what I've found. I've looked at a few different action cameras, but my favorite ones have been the GoPro. I have two of the GoPro Hero 8. They're up to the 10 now, so which has the front screen, but I've had really good luck with the 8 so far, so I've just kind of used these. I'm going to use them until they become a bit obsolete. I have 2 batteries, and then one thing is really instrumental when you have action cameras, especially GoPros. The batteries aren't the best, so I keep 2 extra batteries, and I do have like the dual battery charger. And what's pretty slick is in my truck, so when I'm on an adventure, my truck has a regular auxiliary or 12-volt plug-in, so I can plug this in and charge batteries when I'm on the go, which is cool. So with the GoPros, I have my 2 Hero 8s. I have my chest mount, which is cool. It's you can wear it, put it on your shoulders, and then you clip it together, and you can mount your GoPro right on your chest. I feel like that's a big necessity in terms of GoPros. The other one is the head mount. So this one you wear up on. You can mount your camera right here. And then that way when you're doing stuff, your hand's free, but you can still get kind of a POV, point of view type of shot. One of my favorite ones that I just got this last Christmas is this guy right here. And I'm sure you've noticed in some of the videos, my only knock on this is you can't talk great, but it's a mouthpiece, so you can mount your GoPro on the bottom. And then wear it here. So it's not on your head if it's depending on what you're doing. So you got hands free, and it's definitely another one like the head mount. It's a good POV piece. So I'm going to stick in the GoPro realm right now because I have a lot of accessories for it. This was really slick. My brother-in-law actually 3D printed me this that can screw onto like a water bottle cap, and I've used this at random times in the car, and even I forgot my tripod one time, so I was able to use a water bottle I had in the car as my tripod with this top. So Eric, I really appreciate this. This thing has came in handy, and I love using this. So the other one of my other big recommendations is it's a triple suction cup, and I mounted this to the hood of my car. I mounted it on the boat. You can mount it on the side of the car and get different angles. And this is a big, very important one to me. You can even do it on the inside, on your windshield, and have the camera come back at you. The GoPros are super versatile camera that a lot of people shoot all their vlogs with a GoPro. I use a GoPro, my phone, and also my big camera, so it kind of depends on the situation and the setup, but GoPros are an awesome, almost utility camera, not only just an outdoor waterproof action camera, but an awesome utility one. So the last 2 pieces that I'm going to show in terms of the GoPro accessories are, this is like a utility tripod clamp. So you mount your GoPro right to the top. It's super bendy, agile, you can turn it around. But this clamp, and you can pop it off, you don't need to have it on the clamp, but it comes in so handy. I mount it in the top of the ice house, I've mounted it on the snowmobile, I've mounted it on the front of the snowmobile, I'm going to mount it on my jet skis. So this is a super kind of utility clamp that I really like. This has turned into one of my favorite accessories for sure. It's actually the GoPro camera bag. So it's their new camera bag. It's got spaces for your 4 GoPros, storage on the inside. I can actually hold my drone. I have a separate hard case for my camera so it's not bouncing around. And then all my GoPros up top. laptop sleeve, and then it has a GoPro mount right on the front, which is slick. So it can be filming kind of a POV right here, but I can carry my bag around and keep my extra gear depending on the the adventure I'm on. One last GoPro accessory that I really wanted to show I think they change it up depending on the model, but with my Hero 8 I got the GoPro Media Mod. So what this will do is you take the battery pan. This is not waterproof, so this will make your GoPro not a waterproof camera anymore. So if you take off the battery door, you can essentially clip this. You slide your GoPro in, and it creates and gives it an external microphone. So you can get some better audio. The audio is not great straight out of a GoPro. It's not bad by any means, but this will give you a little bit better audio just straight out of this. So this, and the last positive thing about it is it has the mount on top for being able to hook up your another external microphone. I filmed a lot early on. Before I got my Canon, I filmed a lot early on with just my GoPro, my Media Mod, and then my Rode travel mic on top. This is a solid microphone option. I liked the little boom microphone that I just mounted on top. I mounted on top, but yeah, you can hook up stuff to the side, an external light, a few different things. So it kind of gives you a few options. Just with having this as an extra part of your GoPro setup. So those are kind of all my GoPro stuff. My favorite accessories and pieces for that. Next I'm going to jump in to tripods. So I have a few different really handy tripods. One being this one again, but I also have just a little handheld, kind of folds together and you can adjust the top. So you can use this on the big camera. You can actually use it. I do have a GoPro. It's a little screw-on accessory, so like I can put it on a regular tripod like this, and then I can mount my GoPro on it, and I can use it as a small little tripod, or if you need to, you can readjust it and have it as an actual set-down tripod, or it can be a little handheld piece. And then my favorite one I use for my big Canon is this Joby. It's it's pretty slick. You clip the top on and off. This is the piece you mount to the bottom of your camera, and it just slides right in, locks in. It has a level. You can adjust the top so your camera is always level. But this has been my favorite one. Very utility piece. It's just, this bad boy has been put through the ringer, and it's lasted really well. I do have one other one here. I use this one for GoPros a lot, and it's just, I feel like just long enough to give you, I don't have like a big selfie stick. So this is where good. You can actually hear there's some sand in it from the last time, probably when we were on the East Coast doing the ocean tour. So those are my 3 tripods, and then I obviously have my big telescopic tripod for my camera when I'm doing it a still shot in my studio. I'll move on next to my drone. I have the DJI Mavic Mini. This is the first edition. The camera's on a little gimbal in the front. Extremely lightweight, which can be kind of it can be a positive but also a curse, because if it's super windy, there's not much weight to the drone, so it can fly around a little bit, but super nimble, super quick, gets very quality footage, and it's came in really handy on my channel. It's a great entry-level drone, and it's gotten me some really quality footage that I feel like it's been an awesome piece. Someday we'll upgrade to the probably the Mavic Pro, the big one, but until then this one's worked really well. The last one for my equipment is my Canon. So what I'll do is I'll flip to a GoPro to film and show you my Canon. But what I actually have a gimbal. So if you don't know, if you guys aren't aware what a gimbal is, you can mount your camera to it, and no matter what, when you're moving around, it'll keep your camera steady. So you can be moving and panning, do some really cool, it's an automated, it's a Zhiyun is what it's called. So you can control your camera from it. So I can do pans and just keep a really, really steady handhold when you're filming. You can pan up and down and the camera will stay level. My last one for my microphones, and I can use these on all cameras, but I use it specifically on my big one typically. It's the Rode lavalier mic setup. So this one will mount right to the top of my camera, and then this one you just wear like a lavalier mic. So I have an external microphone. You don't have to be right next to the camera to be able to hear audio. This is a huge one. All right, this has been one of my favorite big camera accessories that I have. So my big camera I use is the Canon M50. It's a, I don't know, a little bit more of an entry-level type of vlogging camera. You do have the screen you can flip around. I can turn it, I can close it. The big reason I went with this camera is because you can mount an external mic to it. So I use the Rode mic. The Rode travel mic is the one. It does have the little cat's tail as my, as a windscreen. But this is my big camera setup. I just use a kit lens right now. It's a 15 to 45 millimeter. But I do want to get, ultimately I'd love to get a 11 to 22 so I can get some really cool wide angle, wide shots. But I use a MacBook Pro. It's the 2021. It's a year old. And then I edit with Adobe Premiere Rush. The reason I use Rush right now is because you can do some edits actually on your phone. It doesn't have the same capabilities that you would with like a Premiere Pro, a more basic program, but I can do it from my computer, and I can also do it from my phone when I'm doing some short length content. All right guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video and taking a tour of my setup, all the equipment I use. If you have any further questions or comments on some of the stuff I do use, please drop them in the comment section down below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's just mikey.polis. Even on Facebook, it's Mikey Polis. So yeah, any other questions, comments, concerns on my setup, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you dig today's content, please hit that thumbs up button, smash that red subscribe button, and then next week when we're hopefully back to either magnet fishing or potentially taking the jet skis out to do a little maybe fishing off of them, you won't miss that adventure. So with that, we'll see you on the next video. Bye!